Hi, I'm Hill Ferguson. I head up product management and marketing for Zong, which is a leading mobile payment service for the gaming industry. We let gamers pay for things using their cell phones.
All right, what do you feel the future is? Because it's moving rapidly. It's like back in the day, it was like every couple of years. Now it's every couple of months, and maybe every couple of weeks. What do you see the long term, like next year or so, the innovation in your industry?
I think what we just discussed here on microtransactions is a big movement. You're seeing people shift away from subscription business models to microtransactions in droves, and I think that trend will continue. I also think a hybrid trend there, where you've got companies that layer on microtransactions on top of existing subscription business models, is also an interesting trend that you'll see. Just the actual form factors of payment. When you look at the world from a global perspective, there are about 4.5 billion consumers with cell phones and about 1.5 billion consumers with bank or credit card accounts. So for our business in mobile payments, we can appeal to a very broad audience, which I think will continue as a trend in the future of offering different ways for people to pay, and the cell phone being at the center of a lot of that.
Now with this digital goods as the new way to drive profit versus previous models, how do you feel that will affect the gameplay and possible even storytelling, maybe in role-playing games?
Yeah, sure. I think there's always a delicate balance that publishers try to maintain. So when you're trying to sell virtual goods to make a business, you don't want to alienate players by forcing them to buy stuff to get a great experience. And so I think there's a real delicate balance around how you implement these virtual products into your game, so you're able to appeal to your really active users and build the business there, but also appeal to people who are just getting started or don't want to be intimidated or even bothered by transacting within your game, but they still bring value to the game by being there and adding to the social component of it.
You said social component.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering, there's an element in Facebook where, say for instance, it's your birthday and your friend sees that and goes, all right, I'll buy a really ridiculous animal because it's funny, I'll put it on your Facebook. Like,
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? Why do you get that?
Right.
But there's that social element that it's a gift. Do you see a potential where there could be a little ecosystem based on people buying gifts for each other in the digital goods space?
Absolutely. I actually think one area that's really exciting is just virtual gifting. Facebook's a great example. Nowadays, it seems like just saying happy birthday, may not be enough for some people, and people want to express themselves a little bit more. Maybe they spend a couple of bucks to send a virtual rose on their anniversary. Things like that are really powerful trends, and you see that growing quickly, both in what I would call real social networks where people really know each other personally in real life, but also in the sort of social network within a game. So you and I may play DDO together, but we don't really know each other, but we still have our own social networks. It's a social type relationship that we may have within that game or that virtual world, even though we don't really know each other in real life. So I think you can see that effect translate into those environments as well.
eBay is a thriving business and it's physical goods. Do you see the potential of having a digital goods auction? And then just one other question that kind of ties into, like, Apple has their own marketplace for apps and games. Do you see a user-generated marketplace where the people could submit it, and if they're approved, there's like even larger quantity of goods to choose from?
Yeah. So I think there might be some companies out there doing just that, or at least getting started there. There are certainly marketplaces where, me as an independent virtual goods creator, I have distribution options where I can push them out so that they're taken up on different social networks or different types of virtual goods environments. So there already are ways for people to sell their virtual wares. Sites like IMVU, for example, are good examples there. As far as like a true marketplace where everything's virtual, that'd be kind of cool. I'd love to see that happen.
And do you have any crazy ideas that, like, this is some possibility far off in the future? Like, because I know everyone has, like, this is what we see adapting. Do you see any disruptive technology in this world of gaming, especially with these types of transactions that you see in a long distance future that right now seems highly speculative, but could be in a year, maybe even a few years, maybe 5 years you could see happen?
Yeah. I mean, certainly I think mobile is a very powerful trend, not just from the coverage that I mentioned earlier about there being basically 4 times as many mobile users as there are bank account holders, and certainly PC users. So that would be one area. Another, is just some of the technology that you're able to cram into a browser download these days. Allows you to have really rich 3D type environments in a game situation where you previously had to go buy shrink wrap software and install it into your hard drive to get that kind of experience. So I don't know how far flung that is of a prediction, but it's certainly something that I don't see letting up, and I see a lot more of that being pushed also through the mobile channel as smartphones get more processing power and richer environments to display content.